Good evening, everyone. Today we are welcome you for our FSA Resources and Parent Nights. We're going to provide you some information. We really appreciate that you take some time of your busy time to be with us. And this is some of the information. With me is Ms. Quiñones. I'm the instructional coach with Ms. Aldonado. She's the math coach, and Ms. Navarro, that is the testing coordinator. If you have any questions, you can type it on the chat. And we're going to go over some rules before we continue. Please mute your microphones. That way we don't have that feedback. Do not open your cameras. That way we don't see backgrounds at all. And type any questions in the chat area. If you don't know too much English, don't worry about it. You can type in Spanish and we work with that. Well, we're gonna start giving some information and our goals for this presentation. And again, this presentation is going to be recorded. That way you can be able to see it in our YouTube channel for Meadow Middle School. Well, our goal for this is to explain the purpose of the Florida Standards ELA Reading Math Assessment FSA, NGS Science Test, and the Civics, Algebra, and Geometry end of the course exam that we know as the EOC. We're going to share some information and resources on how teachers and parents can support this important journey for our students, and answer questions and concerns about the Florida Standard Assessment FSA, NGSSS, Science Test, and the Civics, Algebra 1, and Geometry end of the course exam as the EOC. It's important to know that those informations we are doing as best as we can, but sometimes that change. But we're going to let you know if something changed on the road. The purpose of the FSA or those states assessment is that all Florida school teachers teach the Florida standards, and students were assessed through the statewide Florida Standard Assessment FSA. Data from those assessments will provide information to parents, teachers, policymakers, and general public regarding how well students are learning the Florida standards. That's the purpose of the testing. It's not to penalize, it's to provide us that information. Those assessments, some of them are paper-based, some of them are on computer. For example, ELA Reading and Writing Assessment FSA for 7th and 8th grade are computer-based, and the 6th grade are paper-based. Math Assessment 6th grade for students that are taking 6th grade math are paper-based, and 7th and 8th grade are computer-based. The NGSS Science Test are 8th grade students is paper-based, and something important for that is that cover everything from 6th, 7th, and 8th grade curriculum. Civics EOC is 7th grade and it's computer-based, and Algebra and Geometry are computer-based too.
If you need information about the assessments, you can go to the Florida Standards Assessment portal. That the website is right there, is fsaassessments.org. You can click on Students and Family, as you can see here on the red arrow. And after that, you can go to FSA Resources, and you can also take the practice test for the students to get familiarized with the type of questions that they will see on the test. Okay, if you want to know how will the new test will look like I said, you can go to the FSAassessments.org and have your student to work on the practice test. Those practice tests will be discussed here in class, but it's a good thing for them to get familiarized with the with the type of questions that they will see. This website, you can access to it by using Google Chrome. If you have any questions, you can type it. All right. When you open the practice test, if your student is gonna take the computer-based test, you can click here. But if your student is gonna take other tests, then those are the other choices. It is important for the parents and the kids to get familiarized with these resources. This is the tentative schedule for testing for this school year. As you can see, this Thursday, March 25th, there will be a mock writing and device inventory here in Meadowwoods Middle School. Then on Thursday, April 8th, we have the writing FSA test. On Monday, May 3rd, and Tuesday, May 4th, we have the ELA FSA. Thursday, May 6th and Friday, May 7th, we have the FSA for math. On Thursday, May 6th and Friday, May 7th, also we will have the algebra and geometry EOCs. Monday, May 10th, we have the NGSSS science. This test is only for 8th graders. And that same day, there will be another test for the 7th graders, the civics EOC. Then from Thursday, May 13th through May 24th, we're gonna have our common final exams that go from 6th through the 8th grade. Let's talk about some FSA testing policies. Electronic devices. It is very important that your student do not have access to any electronic device, including cell phones, smartwatches. When their proctor, their admin is going to ask them to turn them off. It's not only for them to put them away, they need to be turned off and away in their book bags. They will be read, the rules, and the students need to sign this testing rules acknowledgement to recognize that they heard the rules and they were explained to them. It is very important that the students do not discuss any test content after testing or during breaks in any form. They need to work independently, and testing accommodations will be provided.
They cannot leave the campus as soon as they start the test. They need to complete their test and then they can leave the campus. That's very important. That means that if you have a doctor appointment, make sure that you don't use those days for doctor appointments, because then the test is going to be invalidated.
Extremely important. If for some reason your child does not feel well the day of the assessment, please stay home. There will be a chance for your child to make up the test on another date.
FSA resources. At home, it is very important, parents, for math and for ELA, you can use the iReady resources. Also, they can go to floridastudents.org. The website is right there. In school, there are tutoring happening currently happening. For ELA, there is tutoring happening on Mondays. And for math, we have tutoring happenings on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Tutoring happens from 4 to 5, right after school. We will also have Saturday academies.
Yep, we have Saturday's Academy for science and civics. For example, we already have one on March 6th. We're going to have ELA writing and math is going to be this Saturday, March 27th, from 9 to 12. April 17 is going to be math and ELA again from 9 through 12. April 24, science and civics is from 9 through 12 again. It's only 7 and 8. May 1st, ELA and math, 9 through 12 again. And May 8th is civic and science from 7 and 8th grade, and it's 9 to 12. It's very important, and we encourage them to come. Is right before the test. It's going to be help them a lot with the testing. We're going to talk a little bit about some tips to reduce the testing anxiety. I know that those kids, the majority of the kids are having anxiety for being at home too much or for testing. And one of the areas that they need to be aware, and also as a parent, is to get enough sleep. They need to go to bed early, eat a good breakfast, listen to classical music. That classical music, for example, that's on something that relax, help them to relax. Pray or meditate it, incorporate exercise into the day. Don't overschedule. Serve a healthy diet. Eating dark chocolate, some studies say that works. Model self-care, and provide motivational and supportive message for them. Always motivate them. That way they cannot give up. If you have any questions, this is a time for you to ask. If it's not any questions now, but you have questions later, you can communicate with the school at 407-850-5180, and the front office is going to help you with the questions. If you have more specific questions, you can email Ms. Jamilet Navarro at jamilet.navarro@ocps.net, and they can give you more details of any questions that you have. If it's not any other questions, well, have a wonderful night, and I hope that you help us to bring your students for testing.
There's a student there now. John Hernandez.
Okay, John Hernandez, we was ending the presentation, and that was recorded. If you have any questions, you can type your questions on the chat. That way we can help you as much as we can to answer any questions that you have. Well, have a good night.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you so much.
Let me go.